Welcome to Universal Heritage Television Niger. UHTV Niger is your premier online television in Imo. We are here today to bring you our Breakday Niger program, but today we are going to bring you a special edition. Special in the sense that we have a group of people who are here to speak to us on some of their interests. It might interest you to know that Peter Ubis, the former governor of Anambra State and the presidential candidate of Labour Party, is making waves in the society. We have people from the Mbaise nation who have got in here to give us a message on the events that are coming up to do by the weekend. I want to welcome the three gentlemen. First is Evangelist Chikodi Ihedioha, the lead coordinator for Mbaise Peter Ubis Solidarity Movement. Evangelist, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, viewers all over the world, wherever you are. I'm very glad to be here this afternoon.
Okay, maybe you have to give us some evangelism on the Peter Ubis movement. We also have Honorable Osinachi Chekwas. Osinachi Chekwas is part of Contact and Mobilization Mbaise Nation for Peter Ubis Solidarity Movement.
Good afternoon, viewers, and I'm happy to be here today.
The last but not the least is Kennedy Onwunali, a colleague, and is the Assistant Head, Media and Publicity, Mbaise Nation for Peter Ubis Solidarity Movement.
Good afternoon, everybody around the world. Good to be here this afternoon to talk about the most important movement in the world today.
Thank you, gentlemen. You are welcome to our program.
Thank you so much.
Evangelist, let me start with you. Let us know what your movement is all about.
Thank you very much. Mbaise Nation, as we all know, is very important in the history of this country, Nigeria, in the sense that whenever you want to know how the issue of Nigerian politics is being discussed, you must see an Mbaise person there, in terms of in the academic industry, in the business world, in the this film industry. You see a lot of us there. Wherever you go to any part of the country, you see an Mbaise person. And this time around, we have come together as a nation to take a stand on what we think is best for the country. We want to let the world know that this is where we stand as a nation, Mbaise Nation, where we come together. We have a common interest, we have a common motive and mission, that we want a good governance, we want a better Nigeria. We want things to get better than it is presently. And that is why we have come out with one voice to say this is where we stand as regards to Nigerian politics today. And that stand is boldly Peter Ubis for Nigeria, Peter Ubis for good governance, Peter Ubis for a better Nigeria. And that is where we are.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. Let me get to you, Honorable Osinachi. When he talked about Mbaise Nation, what actually do you mean by Mbaise Nation?
Thank you so much. Mbaise Nation is a very large nation. It's a very big community, a well-known place that everybody in the whole world knows that Mbaise is existing. It's not a hidden place. And if you come to a map of Nigeria, you see Mbaise. During the war time, Ojukwu Declaration started from Mbaise. A lot of things happen in Mbaise. But let's come to this. We have a lot of people who are interested in this politics. Those who are supporting who is who. But Mbaise has come to say enough is enough. We want one voice. We want to get it right. And we don't want marginalization. We don't want playing politics, seek and hide game. We want to have a politics from the grassroots. Everybody in Mbaise wants a better governance. Everybody in Mbaise wants everything to be right. Treat equal. We don't need anybody to come out and tell us this is the way we eat. Those old mentality, we don't need it anymore. Mbaise is standing for the truth. Mbaise stands for justice and equity. Good governance, we want it in Mbaise. We want it everywhere in Nigeria, both north, south, east, west, everywhere, all over the world in Nigeria, more especially Nigeria. Mbaise is strongly behind Peter Obi to make sure that we're having Mbaise solidarity, Mbaise 1 million march for Peter Obi, to make sure that everybody will see the Mbaise population. We're more than millions currently at home waiting for this on Saturday 24th. That everyone is coming out to march and to show the world that Mbaise is strongly behind Peter Obi to vote him in to make sure he becomes the next president. Thank you.
I come to you, Kennedy. So you have something?
Yes, in addition to what you asked me about the Mbaise Nation, Mbaise Nation is a very large place where you have 3 big local governments, Ihouse, Ezinite, and Mbaise local governments. These 3 local governments, in fact, they are more than 3 local governments put together in one.
Yes.
Each local government, you have more than 3 local governments put together in one.
The one we have is 3 local governments.
We have 3 local governments. That's what I'm saying. But in each of the local governments, the number, the mass, the number of people there, the land mass, and what we do. If we start splitting it into more local, for each local government in Mbaise, you are likely going to have up to 2 or 3 created out of this. But for now, we are 3. We are supposed to have 5 for a start. Okay, that's why we call Ubis. That's why you always see our symbol with the hand like this. We are made of 5 big clans in Ubis, and it is very historical.
You sound like when you come to power, that should be your first agenda.
Well, it is long overdue.
To create a more local government.
It's long overdue because the more local governments you have, the nearer to the government. I mean, the nearer the government is to the people. So with local government structures getting closer to the people, the better for us.
Even there are more additional local government which has been commissioned during Hakim time, Governor Ikejo Hakim. Yes. And those is the East, many of them. Right? But as I speak to you, those projects is nowhere to be found. They have been swept under the carpet. This is one thing we need to understand, that Mbaise Nation need to come out. We need to be part of every part and parcel of this nation. The more we're coming out, the more people will hear our voices. The more things are going right, the more people will understand, yes, we are part of this nation. And Mbaise Nation stands for anything that is right, anything that is good, anything that of human development. And that is what we stand for, and we want to make sure that we get it right. We are sick and tired of all these old men. Just look at people who are coming up to contest for the next president of this country. These are forefathers, because they are friends to my great-grandfathers. And they're coming again this time around. The opponent of Peter Obi, PDP candidate, Atiku, he doesn't base in Nigeria. He based in Dubai.
Sorry, we will come to that later, much later. When he was speaking, when Chekwas was speaking, he mentioned of a declaration, and if I get him right, I'm sure the only declaration I knew that has taken place in Mbaise is the declaration. Yes. And I ask you, is this another declaration?
Yeah, if you take a look at it very well, it's another declaration by the people of Mbaise. Like he said earlier, Mbaise holds a very important place in the history of Nigeria. And that Mbaise declaration, is what the people of Mbaise is going to still go back to on that day. And the declaration is that we want good governance. We want a government that is all-inclusive, a government that will carry everybody along, a government where there is nobody from the south, there's nobody from the southeast, there's nobody from the north, a government where we see ourselves as one. We work together towards the development of this country, because as some of us who are June 12, kids, we are men, and we know why we fought during the June 12. We wanted, a better government. Unfortunately, we've not had that, and still, the people who we are part of the old generation still coming back. So for that, we are saying no. The youth of Mbaise, everybody in Mbaise, we are standing up firm for better Nigeria. Give us Peter Obi for better Nigeria. That's what we are going to show the world on Saturday.
Yes. In addition to the declaration issue, we are making a statement, another declaration. A declaration that we want a good governance. A declaration that we want a man who will be transparent and accountable to the masses, to the people of Nigeria. A declaration that we want to take back our country. We don't want the selected few to continue to rule over us. We want a person who will be there to represent the interests of all, irrespective of sex, religion, or tribe. We want to know how everyday administration of the government is being run. We want somebody who will tell us the truth, and that person is P2B. So that is what our declaration is for.
Okay. Let me dwell with you, sir, the evangelist. Can you evangelize more and tell us what we should expect by Saturday when this event will hold?
Honestly, everything is in top gear.
Yes.
We are working around the clock to make sure that we mobilize a lot of people. In fact, without being given incentives, the people are motivated to come out. The people are showing interest, they want to come out. So on Saturday in Ubis land, we are expecting over 2 million people to march on the street. These are people who are coming on their own. We are not giving them money to use them. We are not bribing them to come out. We are not hiring a crowd. We are bringing people who are tired of bad governance. We are bringing up people who are ready to embrace a new government of transparency and good leadership of P2B. So they are coming to show their love for P2B. So on Saturday, the whole world is going to focus on Mbaise land, because that is where it's going to be the last march before the campaign starts. That is the mother of all marches. So on Saturday, I want you to be there to see with your eyes what is going to happen there. It's going to be an earthquake.
It's going to be an earthquake. Yeah. Is it really going to be an earthquake?
I'm telling you the truth, because we want to change the narrative of all these old people that have been reading us all this while, using bags of money, bribing people, doing lots of things. Maybe people to say no, enough of this nonsense. Enough is enough. You can't, a family of nobody cannot be heard. A family that has nobody in the government has nowhere to be found. There's no future. From them to them, no, we say no to it. Mbaise Nation are coming out in full force, more than 2 million. In full force, we are coming to say enough of this nonsense. We are taking back our country, and this nonsense have to stop. And we're starting it because this is going to be the last match on this platform, on this P2B match, because we are saying no, because the declaration starts from Mbaise, and we have to start from the campaign from Mbaise. So we are saying which is not campaign yet, is a match to let people know that Mbaise is 100% obedient for this, and we're strongly behind P2B, and to let him know that Mbaise Nation will definitely be with him, whatever happened, because Mbaise will stand by him.
Mbaise will stand by P2B.
Yes.
Kennedy, where will Mbaise people be marching to? From where to where?
We are going to start off from Afogbe Market Square. We also assemble at the school there. From there, we will march down to Junction. Junction, that is where we have the Ahena Declaration. From Junction there, we move down to Afinyo Gugu. That is the almost the boundary between Mbaise and Owerri. So we march down there, letting the world know the landscape of Mbaise is going to be touched, because by the time you pass through, Ezine is also connected to Mbaise. So we march through. Touching those places means that we've touched the 3 corners of Mbaise. That means that Mbaise Nation in 1, 5 in 3, we are complete for the project P2B.
Back to you, evangelist. All the while, we know that Mbaise Nation is the stronghold of People's Democratic Party. Governor Henry comes from Mbaise, and the Imo people in the last election, before the Supreme Court decision, supported him and elected him as the governor. What is happening now? Is it to say, when you say Mbaise Declaration, when you say Mbaise Nation, does it mean now that Mbaise Nation has abandoned the People's Democratic Party and collapsed for P2B? Is that what we are saying?
Well, you didn't understand it very well, because Emeka Ihedioha had contested for governorship, gubernatorial, and here we are talking about presidential. And now, right now, what we are focusing is getting that presidential ticket for our representative, that is P2B. So everybody, including those in PDP, in APC, everybody is obedient. Whether they are doing it openly or otherwise. I am telling you, because I have a lot of friends in PDP, I have a lot of friends in APC, and they are telling me behind the scene that they said they are going to vote for me. They said, look, I am obedient PDP because I'm going to vote for Peter. So we are going to vote for Peter. Emeka Ihedioha had contested for governorship in the last election, and we supported him. It is the same spirit. If you look at what happened that time, a lot of people were standing behind him. Even what we are going to experience now is going to be greater than what we did during the time of Emeka. We are not talking about whether you are our son or not. We are talking about who is going to give us good governance, and that is our interest.
Okay, this issue you raise now is part of the criticism that has been coming to the Labour Party. People believe that it is P2B that matters in Labour Party. Without P2B, there is no Labour Party. You guys are not talking about any other candidate outside P2B. Why is it so?
No, we are talking about, you see, whether is it 4/4, 5/5? When we're talking about P2B, yes. The main reason why Labour Party is in the limelight now is because of P2B. P2B represents what Nigerians are yearning for. And now he has chosen to be in Labour Party. Now, every other person that is coming with him, we are going to vote for them all. We are not going to, vote for P2B and vote for other people. No. The senatorial candidates under Labour Party are going with him. Because why P2B is there as the president? He needs people in the green chambers, in the Senate, to support him. So those candidates who are going for House of Representatives, senatorial, under Labour Party, we are going to vote for them. So we are not giving only P2B, we are giving them the total votes. Everything from House of Assembly, to House of Representatives, to senatorial, to president. We are giving them 4/4. Then the time we'll now get to the gubernatorial next year, we'll now sit down to review and to reconsider.
Kennedy, do you have any
Yes, you remember the last time our President Muhammadu Buhari was contesting, it was shared all over the place. Baba, nobody talks about any other person. And this time around, we have a figure for you to be all this influential. That means even everybody by now, I think people should be adorning their vehicles, with the picture of P2B, and I know that's the way it's going to be, because when you take a look at it in life, it's difficult for you to have a person with this type of influence in leadership, and P2B has got that level 5% level of leadership. And when you get to that level of leadership, that means it's everything. Go to everywhere. His record is there, and that record speaks for itself. So because of that, we are saying P2B. And when we say P2B, it's just like people say every other place that you go. That time you even hear, you discover that people are saying, so this about you say P2B, say P2B.
Just to add to what you said, the governor of Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodinma, he said, according to his last speech, he said he's obedient. Mark that word. He's obedient. APC. What do you understand about that word? Check it on a political word. He said he's obedient to APC. Indirectly, if you put mark, comma, he's obedient. We use the word APC. So me and you know that on a very good day, that he's obedient.
That is your interpretation.
No. Let's use a political word. He's obedient to APC.
Yeah,
the obedience is because
he's obedient to APC. Yes.
There's no word come all this while without P2B on his one.
Yes.
But when he heard about an obedient to APC, that means he's obedient. So what I was trying to say, both everybody in Imo State is strongly behind P2B. Everybody is obedient. In PDP, APC, or the whole party, they are all obedient. So everybody in Imo State is 100% to obedient. So there's no doubt, everything, even Imo State election will not take more than, let's say, before 12 o'clock, we're done. I'm strongly behind that. And there's no doubt on it, and nobody will come out and say, oh, there is a riot anywhere. That no, because we believe in what we're saying. Go and verify, see what is happening all over the world. Yeah. Everywhere is obedient. You can't see where there is light, go where there is dark. My brother, it's impossible. We have to raise our heads where there's sunshine. You can't see where people are doing the old thing, old structure, old politics, and you continue going there. No, we have to think about our country. And he's a youth. He can do we can call him anytime you come. P2B is someone that is so loyal, so humble, so responsible to anything he said. So that is what we're looking for. The youth of Nigeria today want someone that say, please, what did you say yesterday? You stand back and tell, I told you yesterday, look at what happened, look at what he said. And that's what we want. We want someone who is accountable for us. We want somebody who can call anytime he will come for our rescue. We want somebody who is accountable for security life, property, everything in this nation. We can't be suffering for what we have been going through all this while. Check what is happening in dollar. Check what is happening. People traveling all over the world. See how the flights are going higher every day. If you go international, it's over $1 million plus a ticket. What are we talking about here? And we're talking about we have a government? No, that's not possible. We need to change this narrative. All these old things that have been taking us back, all that world has been going forward, but we can't see ourselves.
Yes, sorry. There was a question you asked me. I want to add something to it.
Okay.
Yes. We love Emeka Ihedioha so much. He's our son. He's an indigenous of Mbaise. But right now, Emeka is not contesting anything with His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi.
First, let me ask you, you bear the same name with him. Is there any relationship?
No, I'm from my house in Mbaise. He's from side, so we are not related.
Okay.
We are only from Ubis, so that is it. He is in PDP, I am in Labour. Okay. And I'm in the Labour Party because of P2B, because I know what he represents. So what I'm saying is this: we cannot, because Emeka Ihedioha has an interest. He is a PDP man, and whatever that you hear him say is because he's a party man. He must defend his party.
Yes, that's true.
But I know. If you meet him off camera, and
he's obedient.
So that's how it is. Every Mbaise person is very obedient. Yeah. So inclusive of Emeka Ihedioha, he is obedient. So let him represent his party. I'm not stopping from representing his party, but we are going to shock him and PDP in Mbaise land, because this time around we are out. Because Peter Obi is not going there for himself; he's going there for us. I am the person contesting for the presidency. You are the person contesting, but we need to appoint one person to be there, and we are sending him to be there. So this time around, it is the masses versus few individuals. So Emeka Ihedioha has to chill, because we are going to change the narrative, like my colleague here rightly said. We want to get it right this time.
Okay, let me still dwell with you, sir. What effort has been made so far to secure the people who will attend that program, to avoid any mishap? In terms of security, that's what I mean.
Yes, we have written to the area command to get permits for police protection, even though security lies in the hand of God. And Mbaise nation is a peaceful nation. We are not afraid of any mishap or whatever violence coming up, because everybody is involved in the movement. So, but to do the right thing, we have written to the area command to get a police permit, and that there's going to be police presence to follow us through at that time, and we are going to ensure that everything works out well, and God's willing, it's going to be fine. Nobody's going to get hurt.
What is the level of grassroots support that the Labour Party enjoys in Mbaise and even beyond Mbaise?
You'll be surprised that at every point in Mbaise, you'll be at every gathering, somebody will ask you, "How obedient are you?" And that will take you off guard. So everybody in Mbaise virtually everybody is obedient. I am surprised when some elderly people will ask you, "Wam, is it obedient?" That means that if he gets to that stage, that means something is happening. And the little kids, you will see some of them, this song that I'm going to sing, that say, "Give us P2B, give me P2B for better Nigeria." It was composed by a little boy. I was shocked when he sang that. I was like, come on. If in music, remember, when kids start picking music, that music will go haywire, and that's what is happening now. So for me, I'm joining everybody. They say, "Give me P2B, give me P2B for better Nigeria." So I am joining everybody to plead with the kids. If the kids are now singing it, then what stops me, an adult, from joining them in what they know that is good?
Checkers.
Yes.
Labour Party is known for not giving CC, that they don't give anything.
Yeah.
The CC that we are doing to do all we are doing. If you don't give CC, do you receive CC?
Okay. P2B is not aware of this much, what we're doing. Nobody is contributing any money for us. We don't give shishi is a thing that we have already known that in every time, every year, all the political parties, they share money. They share package of dollars envelopes of dollars, naira, and others of currencies. But this time, there's no money to be shared. And our principal, P2B, has no money to share. This march we are doing it on our own to support him, to make sure that we are giving him a moral support, 2 million march in our own account. We are the one bringing everything down, making sure that we're going to get a very successful match that day. And nobody is contributing or giving us any money. If there's any contribution, it may be involuntary because nobody is charging any money to anybody. People are coming up from their different houses. Some people did their own banners, shirts, and cap, and all the rest of it to support. This is what we're doing, and we're in support of this. We are very, very obedient. Some bring their vans, some bring their cars, all the rest of it are there. We are very, very obedient because everybody loves good things. Because that day we're going to march, that's what we're looking up to that day, because you can't keep what you're doing at the back. But currently now, there's no money to be shared. Nigeria is owing. We are keep borrowing, and there's nowhere to share anything. So what we are doing, we're going to work this time around. We're going to generate money in Nigeria. There's money in this country. Just because there's a bad governance, they don't know how to generate money. We only know how to embezzle, borrow. But P2B, our principal, know what he's doing. He told us that we should not worry. Everything will sort out. He will settle all the, even things that he's not aware of it. He's going to look into it. And that is a man that have come out and tell us the truth in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. I left many things I'm doing to support him. He also left a lot of things. All of us here have different businesses we're doing. We left it to make sure that this man has to get this right. And we're strongly behind him, and we'll be that. Nobody is funding us. P2B is not funding us. We are the one doing our thing. Mbaise Nation are strongly behind Mbaise thing we are doing. Everybody in Mbaise is obedient. And everybody in Mbaise is contributing to be obedient. Everybody is contributing in this march in one way or the other. So there's no money to be shared. We are not hiring anybody. We are not hiring people or anything. People are volunteering, bringing their buses, bringing their cars, carrying people from different places, different areas for us to have a successful match. Thank you.
Yeah, when you say we are doing, who are the we? Who are the people behind this 2 million man march?
We have the organizers,
okay,
and we have people in different platforms, support groups. So they are all Mbaise people. They come out, they see, well, this is a plan. We'll sit down one time and say, okay, what can we do to push this, to let the whole world know that Mbaise people are obedient. So we have to take a match. If we can get 5 million, but I know we'll get 2 million or more than 2. If any amount we'll get, any number we'll get, is okay for us. So everybody from all the support group are coming up in numbers, coming with their cars, their t-shirt, berets, polo, everything to make sure that we have a successful match that day.
You want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask you, sir. All of you are speaking confidently. In fact, every obedient Labour Party man you have seen sounds so confident that they are sure of us or wrong. I want to ask you, sir, not quite long ago, just like about last week or so, something played out, and there is what is now trending as the Omoma magic, where the APC has been accused or is being accused of already concluding plans to rig the 2023 election. You sound so confident about P2B securing victory. Are you also looking the other way of putting to check any irregularity?
Thank you very much. The Omuma magic or whatever you call it, we honor about it. God has exposed it because He really God is important project. It's a divine project. You see, it's just going to be like what happened in the scripture between the prophet of Baal and the prophet of God, Elijah. So the Omuma magic versus the miracle of God is what is going to happen here. So their magic is not going to make any change. Already they have been exposed, and right now there's no way they can get out of it. So everything is in top gear to make sure that we stop all those evil, ways they want to employ in rigging the election. We are 100% confident that even if they count it in the next 10 days, P2P will still be the number one. If they want to start from the bottom to top or top from bottom, from top to top to bottom, P2P is still going to be the president. No matter what they do, if they like, let them change all the INEC officials and bring in foreigners that are, agree to their terms. No matter what they do, the masses are going to march. And when we vote, we have resolved to be in the polling booth till the nation is announced. We are coming with our gadgets to transmit the results. So I don't know how they're going to do the magic again. And when you are voting in the polling center, we know you. Like my own is Umokawa Primary School. I know the people in my village. We know the people that are living within there, doing business there. So when I see somebody like Chepas from Esli, they come in there, I said, but what did you do? What did they come here? So I don't know the kind of magic they're going to perform. And because there are indigenous of that place that will be there to identify the voters.
Don't forget that there is a government in power, and they hold the machinery of government, the security, the electoral, the people are the.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, if you
this is the first time in the history of this country that the masses are coming together. What is going to happen is even going to be more united than what happened in June 12.
Yes. And if you monitor very well, the eye of the international community is focusing on Nigeria. The president just at the United Nations told the world that he's going to give us free and fair election. Like you talked about Omoma Magic. How on earth could that, at the past, could that have been exposed? That is God at work. When God is at work, a lot of things begin to take shape. So I believe if it has worked before, but now God said no to it. That was why it was exposed. All things work together, for good for those that love the Lord. So what we are saying is this: no matter the way everybody is going to put it, no matter the plan, it's not going to work. P2B is on ground everywhere. I tell you, I have friends from all corners of this country because my years of movement, my years of involvement in activism during June 12 really exposed me to a lot of people. And everywhere, surprisingly, those who are in their different places over 20, 25 years, when you ask them, they will ask you from their different places, even from the north. They ask, are you obedient? And that shows that, look, this thing has really gone down deep everywhere. So it's not the manipulation is not going to work this time around.
Recently, there's a report that there is some disputes in your party, in the Labour Party, at the state level over who controls the leadership. Is that not an issue for?
For now, I don't think there's any problem yet, because a lot of people from different parties are coming in to make threat issues. People they were sent from different parties to come and have a problem between Labour Party, but there's not. Those things have been trashed out. There's no any problem in Labour Party, and Labour Party is firm and very strong. Everybody knows in Imo State, all over the place, that the Labour Party is #1 party if you're talking about Nigeria today. If you check the level of PDP, APC, their discussion is about they are scared of obedient people. We are everywhere. They can't sleep without opening their phone, they see obedience. And that is their scared. They are very afraid of that. Now, everybody in Imo State knows that Obi have come to stay. And there's no doubt about it. And for us to move further, we have to disagree to agree. We are human beings. This Labour Party, many people from different parties say, oh, there's a light in Labour Party. They have been dealt with from different political parties. Now they wanted to get it right. Many have been marginalized. Many have been treated like nobody, less human. So now we want to get everything right. And we have come with one view that we want it right and we want it right. And Obi is the solution. The problem you said in Labour Party, there's no problem in Labour Party, it was just a mere rumor. I'm very, very sure about it. Because he's saying it because it might be someone whispering or propaganda or hear from one thing or the other, because there's no problem. Because I see there's no problem anywhere. Because people who are projecting issues from here, gossiping all over the places to get one or two things are the one constituting nuisance to tell people there's a problem in the Labour Party. Because we that is on ground are telling you there's no problem in the Labour Party. And that's how it is.
Well, we're not on behalf of the Labour Party, but I know very well that a few days ago there was a protest. And that protest was as a result of Some people were not happy with the redeployment of some officers of the party. Nobody was sacked from the party. Rather, there were the people at the top echelon of the party, the leadership of the party, they decided to make some changes. You see, there is a party that is a new bride, a beautiful bride. A lot of people are coming in. So you need to make some amendments to accommodate some interest groups. And politics is all about interest.
Yes.
And now, if for instance now Kennedy is there and they say, okay, shift a little bit for Chambers to come in, the person as an individual might not like it. So that is it. And sometimes you can grumble. So that is how I see it. Some people were not happy with some of the changes that took place, and they grumbled. And the party is on top of it, and it will be sorted out. Even in family, you will have, sometimes you have issues with your siblings, and it's going to be resolved.
Confirming the view of the publicity secretary that there is no issue with the Labour Party in Imo State.
No, there's no issue. It's not an issue.
It's just a family.
Everything we are still together. People are still moving together. Only that there were just a little misunderstanding.
Family issue.
And then family issue. So we're getting out of it. It's nothing.
Labour Party, as the name goes, should belong to every Nigerian worker. The NLC, the TUC,
That's right.
as behind the Labour Party.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, when you speak with some workers in the streets, you discover that some of them are not being carried along. They are not in tune with what is happening.
They are disoriented. They are disconnected. Because that is how the government has made it to. The government in power has impoverished the civil servants, the workers, to the extent that what they are looking up to now is where they just get their daily bread. But if some of them, if you look at their leadership, the TUC, the Nigerian Labour, they know that this party belongs to them. And you will see, we are doing the orientation now for every worker in Nigeria to know that this is your party, this is your right, this is where you belong. By the time they all come to get this in their mind and come together, then you see what is going to happen. So we need to do one or two things to get them to understand again that this is where they belong.
Kennedy, do you have anything?
Yeah, formerly when people were saying that there was no structure for Labour Party, no structure for P2B, I was shocked when some people came from Edo State. They were highly paid people from the, civil servant from Edo State. They say, come, you say no structure. Now we who are workers, now we be the structure. That was when I got to know that this thing has gone deeper than the way we thought. And from that, I began to think about it. He said, all workers are the structure. So, like he said, that disconnect, that is what needs to be, really worked on. If you go abroad, you discover those who are in Labour Party, the workers there in England, whenever you talk about Labour, they hold it as their very tight. So we also have to do the orientation to make every worker here understand that, look, Labour Party belongs to you, not all, the masses that are supporting. You are the main owner of the party. All the other people who are coming to support are just coming to support you to get what belongs to you.
We're rounding up the program. What's your parting words for the people?
I want to tell all Mbaise Nation, all the Imolites, that we have come to stay. Obedient have come to stay. Everybody in Imo State is obedient, and we must get it right without leaving any stone on top. We are strongly behind P2B to make sure he's the next president. And what we're promising Nigeria and all the youths in Nigeria and Imo State, there's no rigging in this election. It's going to be free and fair election. There is no wuru-wuru. They said it to be wuru-wuru because NSAS will be a child's play compared with what is coming up. Thank you so much.
Kennedy.
I would say very big, huge thank you to my big brother, Professor Edi Oparoji, the leader of the Niger-American Coalition for Justice and Peace. They've done so much, for this movement. And I believe with what they are doing, they are letting the international community know what we are going through, how this election is going. I believe if every other Nigerian can put in the type of effort they are putting in, that will help Nigeria to become a better place, because we need need to do more. This is a country that we are so blessed than most of these countries that you see our people running to. Sometimes they will ask you, what are you coming to our place to do? You are blessed. So if we all can put our hands together, I believe not only in Mbaise, not only Imo State, or not only Nigeria. If Nigeria is better today, Africa is better. Look at the way our leaders were treated during the burial of the Queen. That means that, look, it's a lesson to us. We have to learn our lesson. We don't have to allow them there to keep telling us what to do. They just showed us, look, you people, this is what to do. And I believe Nigeria should lead, in revolutionizing Africa, and P2B will be the main man that will stand. That is the Kwame Nkrumah, that is this Isaac Iwe that we are seeing today in Africa, that will change things in Africa. And I believe this Peter Obi Dati movement will change all this.
Oh, sorry, Evangelist Ihedioha. Can you recap the purpose of your message today for Imo people, for our viewers?
Thank you very much. We are here to let the world know that the Mbaise nation is strongly behind P2B, that we're 100% obedient. We are obediently obedient to Ubis. And we want all the viewers all over the world, wherever you are, or whether you're Nigerian or not, be obedient. That is the word to go. That is the way to go this time. We want to let the world know where we stand. That is why we are organizing this march. And mind you, this Mbaise Nation Solidarity movement is beyond the march, because we have something that is coming up. After the march, we are going to go into grassroots mobilization and sensitization for the people to know. Voters' education, we're going to take it up to let the people, the papa, mama, pikin in the village, for them to know where to vote. That is very important. What we're doing now is to create awareness. But after this march, we are going to go into the real business of the day, house to house, door to door, to let the people know about the papa, mama, pikin symbol of Labour Party, so that they don't make any mistake. So we are here to let the world know where we stand, and that we are with P2B, and we are moving on with change.
Thank you so much. And viewers, here we draw the curtain. Remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. UHTV is your premier online television in Imo. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you.